Hello, this is a prepaid collect call from
Charlie.
an incarcerated individual at the Leon County Jail. This call is not private. It will be recorded and may be monitored. If you believe this should be a private call, please hang up and follow facility instructions to register this number as a private number. To accept charges and consent to this recorded call, press 1. To refuse, thank you for using Securus. You may start the conversation now.
Hey guys,
Hey, Charlie.
How you doing?
how are you?
We're okay.
Good.
Yeah.
They let me take a shower, so I
Oh, good.
got out of the cell for 10 minutes and took a shower, and then went back into my cell.
Okay. Dan said it could be 48 hours till you get out of that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I spoke to him earlier.
Yeah, supposedly the chief was supposed to see me today. He didn't see me, so and I guess he probably wanted the doctor to see me first, and come by and see me. Probably just
Right.
protocol, you know?
I would think so.
Yeah.
That would be.
So, and I got in here yesterday at 6 o'clock, so hopefully by tomorrow night.
Yeah, because it's really like just 24 hours then. Okay. Okay.
So at some point tomorrow, they'll probably move me out, I guess.
Yeah. I would think
Because then it'll have been Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense, Charlie. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I wanted to let you know. Can you look on your phone now, please? Can you, or after, then call me back and tell me how much is in your account?
For telephone, it's probably like $75 or something.
Oh,
Well, no, because I had $13 and you got $100 the other day. That's probably the first I've been on the phone a bunch. And I got 75 on my commissary.
75. Do you need commissary money?
Yeah, I can put 100 on the commissary and 100 on the phone, and then I'll be good for a while.
Okay. All right, got it. Yeah. So
We're
that's
in Sue's face for a while.
they're wonderful. They ate nothing. They had a glass of water, and they stayed here from the last phone call you made to me. They left, what, about a half hour ago?
Yeah.
Maybe 30, 40 minutes ago. They've been here hours and hours and hours. But they truly helped tremendously, especially Susan. So, yeah, that was good. That was good, Charlie. So trust me, everything is fine in that regard.
So all straightened out.
All straightened out, all taken care of. I feel better.
That makes me feel better.
I thought so.
Good.
So, yeah. Roman's going to be fine. Bree's going to be fine. She'll be able to take good care of him. He'll have everything he wants or needs. So, you've done that. You've done that big time, way over the top even, that needed to be done.
Yeah.
So he's fine. And I didn't talk to Bree today. I think she texted me once, but I'll talk to her tomorrow. Really, so many people calling, and I'm not taking calls, so just don't feel like it. So really, I only called Rick and Sue because we really, really needed them. And other than that, I only talked to you and Dan. So for the next couple of days.
No, I'm sure.
Yeah.
You better off make sure you're taking some Xanax and stress out too much.
We're good. We're taking what we need and we're good. So only care about you.
Sound a little better. I'm fine. I guess the big thing I guess is moment. Outside of that, I handle everything pretty good.
I know that. And in time, because he doesn't know where you are, he's going to be okay, and it will get better. It's just right now, it's just 24 hours old. It's just too fresh.
Because I'm a fucking shock. Like it's a shock going from Sunday to today. Literally Sunday, I'm giving away all my food and like feeling like, you know what? Everything came in the way it should have. Dan is the expert at closing. Closing is his specialty. He's going to go in there and kick some ass. And like, it was Wendy's book making fun of the people of Tallahassee as a small shit town on the way to her big time Miami. Like, holy shit.
Nonsense. It was stupid nonsense. It was just nonsense that they did.
It wasn't the case. Like, it wasn't the case. It was a big running special with horrible photos that would make anybody sick and angry. And then cut and paste same kind of context. Like, sentences have no meaning when they don't have a context. Like, what was said before and what was said after? Otherwise, it's just words. Like, is there an explanation? You're not giving an explanation. You're just cut and pasting words that look bad. Like, I gave an explanation. I gave context. I gave meaning to what I was saying. Like, they're sitting there. Yeah, they're sitting there going, Donna's got crazy emails. Wendy's writing a book. And what is the name of that town? Like, how do I know she picked it?
What does it have to do with anything?
Because it showed that she was like, thought she was so smart and so much better than everybody else, and putting Tallahassee down as a small stop on the way to civilization. Like, she's leaving Tallahassee and she's going to Miami, and she's foreshadowing it in a book, and she's making fun of you people from Tallahassee. And look at these crazy emails. And there's code, there's a TV, there's no fucking TV code, but TV, like, holy shit. Like, this was made for like a fourth grader, Dateline, 2-hour special, with a southern accent from Tallahassee. Like, it was your best friend, Ryan Fitzpatrick, saying this. And even his sister said this on the stand. Like, even she, who should be his biggest defender in the whole world, even she is saying this. Guys, come on, you're smart. You're smart people from Tallahassee. Just, you know what's going on here. Y'all know what's going on. Like, I turned to Kate and I go, this is not good. This is not, I never in a million years pictured it being a show.
I know. And as far as what Dan did, it was a brilliant closing. It made sense. It was organized.
She belittled it, and she came back and she said, it's not like puzzle pieces. It ain't puzzle pieces. Guys, you know what's going on here. She's writing a book. She doesn't even believe her brother. Listen to what she said. She didn't say she didn't believe him. They're making that up and then putting that in there and then taking a few words out of context and making it out to be like, hey, look, even she doesn't believe it. Come on, Tallahassee people, you're smart. Like, this isn't like, what I saw there was like, holy shit. Like, these people are going to eat this up. Like, this is, they would have convicted my dog if they brought my dog up there.
No, what happened, Charlie, is that nothing mattered. Nothing matters. They didn't care.
It's also the way it was presented. It wasn't like they were presenting facts of the case versus facts of the case.
No, they didn't.
You know, they even said, like, our key witness, you don't have to believe her. Well, who the fuck else are you going to believe if you can't believe the key witness? Like, you know, witnesses, real people showing up, asking questions, seeing if they're shooting on the stand. No, that don't matter. Look at Donna's emails. Like, Charlie's buying his dad catering for the birthday party. Like, no, it must be something else. No, it's paella. Remember, I paid for it. Like, they're trying to pull it over on you guys. You're smart. You guys know. I mean, like, the unreasonable doubt should be like, for a case like this, should be like, you know what happened. Not like you hate these Miami people who think they're better than you. Right. They're arrogant. Who think they're untouchable. Who said I was arrogant or untouchable?
I know. No, I know. I heard it. You were cringing.
Like, who said I was arrogant or untouchable? How about innocent? What's fuck with that word. But like if your southern accent, you're looking at the Playboy carried on us, it was arrogant. Like, what who makes more money than you has to be arrogant. Anybody who makes more money than you from Miami who's younger than you is arrogant. Like, you guys know nothing about me. You label me as arrogant. You label me as untouchable. You label me because you're smarter than everybody else, because you're a doctor. Like, you're dressing me up with all these fucking adjectives. And then you get all these people who probably make $35,000 a year who live in Tallahassee, are hardworking people, and they're looking at you like you're an alien. And then they're reading emails that are horrible, taken out of context. But none of the things were ever done. It was just saying, go be a jerk to someone who's being a jerk to you. That's actually the thing. Put the yellow highlighter on it, and it's like she even wanted to dress the kids up in Nazi uniforms. Like, no, like there was no attempt to go to Target by the Nazi uniforms. They sold out.
It said in the same email, it says you can put on an accent.
Right. So then they're like, oh, you're putting on an accent? And you're like, people, you don't know who these Miami people are. I mean, this was a fucking, like, this was just a Broadway show. It was a Broadway show. Take things out of context. Sometimes I said things because there were other people around. Like, there was a wire when I was on the boat. And June was standing next to me. The last thing I said to Katie was, I said, make sure you install those AC units and I'll pay you on Monday. I said that because I didn't want June to know what the hell I was talking about. And I wanted to sound like I was ending the conversation talking to Danny. He was always charging me for an AC. Oh, doctor, when the AC units went out, I had to go put it in. No, he was stealing $400 from me. But like, I had on that tape, I go, make sure you install the AC unit on Monday, and I'll pay you when I see you. Because I wanted you to think I was talking to Danny, the repairman, on the phone. Like, so sometimes you say things because someone's standing next to you. Sometimes you say things because you're standing in an office. So there's assistants, there's front desk. You don't want them to hear certain words and know what you're talking about. Like, there's different reasons. Like, it's not a hard concept to understand. It's not always, not always the most negative answer you could possibly think. I mean, you gotta understand, like, I know how hard Dan worked on this case. And
like nobody else would have done. Trust me.
No, he dissected everything. He worked like a maniac, dissecting everything. Spent a lot of time with me, going over all the information, keeping me up to date with everything, let me give you an update. I've never heard an attorney just giving you an update. Usually, as long as they know what's going on, all you need to know what's going on. He kept me involved. He'd give me updates. He'd talk to me at length about everything, decisions, approaches, everything. Right? And honest to God, is better. Dude, I don't know listen to it. You there?
Yeah, no,
yeah.
trust me.
I'm listening to everything you say.
Honest to God, if Bubble came up to Tallahassee, then at the end of that 2-hour Dateline special she put on in the courtroom, Bubble was in trouble.
Yeah.
It put these people in a mindset that it was, they think they pulled one on you in Tallahassee. What she wrote in that book, it made it seem like she was planning everything. Yeah. But what was the one thing they said that Wendy let the boys finally see their grandparents because she knew it wasn't going to look very good when she came to trial if she did it. Like, I don't know, but I have a feeling that's not why Wendy was letting the kids see the grandparents. But she was in a hooker, she didn't let him see him. So she just let him see him.
You know that's
Make herself look better. It wasn't reflected on her. So and then what was it they said? They said they were going to arrest me sooner, but they thought it would interfere with the grandparents, the person that visit the children. So they delayed my arrest.
Actually, you were arrested 12 hours later. That's exactly why. That's what they did. They knew what they were doing.
Oh, after the Markells visited the kid?
Yeah.
Well, I thought they made it seem like they were going to arrest me months earlier, but they held off because the Markells were seeing their grandkids. I didn't know. I thought that police were just saying that before.
No, they saw them on the 20th at about, 3, 4 in the afternoon for 1 hour.
Yeah.
4 in the afternoon for 1 hour at a where was it? At a local eatery. Wendy brought a friend of theirs, is a very big guy, who has a kid the same age as Lincoln. She brought him with her so that she felt a little bit more comfortable. And the boys, because I asked her, I obviously wasn't there, and I said, so how did it go? And she said, it was the strangest thing because she said, I thought they were going to just literally fall all over the boys, fall all over them because they hadn't seen them. And because Lincoln looks just like Danny.
Right.
They didn't hug them. They didn't kiss them. They spoke to them. They asked them about school and things like that. And Wendy said, barely an hour, and they were done. You know why they did it? They did it because it looked good for them. Because they could have cared less. They were totally disinterested.
And then that was the only time that they've seen them since then?
Since 2016, when they wrote that letter, the foster care letter. Yep. That was it.
I thought they'd seen them, as soon as I was in court, I thought they'd seen them a bunch since 2022.
No.
That was one.
No. We saw them this day, 12 hours before you were arrested. That's when they saw them.
So you think the police wanted to arrest me sooner, but they were holding off on the grandparent visit?
I do.
Oh, yeah.
I do.
Yeah. Without a doubt, Tom. Without a doubt.
Because once those arrangements were made for them to see the kids, why were you arrested? Not 12 hours later. You want to tell me why?
I thought they went to the grand jury. I guess they went to the grand jury on the 19th, I thought. And then they took it to the grand jury on the 19th. So I guess that would be a warrant was written on the 20th, and then it was picked up on the 21st.
Yeah.
So that's probably once they knew when the grandparents were coming in on the 20th. Bringing the grand jury on the 19th.
You got it 100% right. That's exactly how that happened.
I wish Wendy would have stood up there and said, well, they've only seen them once. They saw them for an hour. They didn't hug or kiss their grandkids. They made no attempt to see him since.
You know how it goes. You have to answer the question. You can't go give a spiel, you know.
But they could have.
You could have. You could have. It wouldn't have made a difference. Wouldn't have made the least bit of difference. Look, they have a grandparent bill going through the Florida legislature. Grandparents have no rights. Let's face it. You have no rights. So it's up to the parents to let you see their children, at least in the state of Florida. But I think it's pretty much all over the country.
Right.
So unfortunately, that's the way it is.
So anyway, they made Wendy out to seem like, she's preventing them from seeing the grandkids. Well, how many times have they come to see the grandkids since in the last 18 months? Well, one time for an hour and then give them a kiss.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought they saw 3 or 4 times since.
No. In fact, I asked the boys separately from Wendy, how did that go? And they both said, it's just weird. Like, we don't know who they are. and they just asked us questions about school, and he said then it was time to go. I mean, it's like they introduced a stranger, and they did it because they wanted to say that they had been to see the children. That was important. So,
Right. It's a show.
It's all a show.
It's all a show.
Photo ops. Remember that? Where they would take pictures of everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah, with the
Doesn't matter. The point is, that's exactly what happened. They came on the 20th.
When I was here in Tallahassee, I saw the Tallahassee Democrat group, Markel, had a book here, Global Trial, shoot a book signing in Tallahassee.
Yes, I know that. Yeah.
So
I think Dan told me ahead of time, but I knew that was timed.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, she spent more time at the book signing than she did with the Hurricanes, which she hadn't seen in 6 years. I just think there's so much I'd like to say.
I know, Shirley. Let me tell you. I know you're in shock, and so are we. And I think Dan is too. He did not expect it. He's smarter than her. He talks to a jury. He doesn't have to read off a piece of paper. He walks around. He knows. I mean, no reason. No reason.
I mean, this was, normally people go to court and they got a prosecutor and they got a defense attorney and they take facts and they put it out there and like some called extraneous stuff comes in. This was a cheap, and it's funny, when I was listening to one of these talk shows talk about the case, they had this mentor lawyer call up and give commentary on the case. He goes, watching Georgia Cappleman do that masterful closing was like watching a TV production being played before our eyes. She brought it from beginning to end, laid it all out, hit all the high points, told the story. Yeah, that's exactly what she did. She told the story. She told her version of a creative story. She supported it with Ryan. She supported it with even his own sister. You chopped up what she said, took it out of context, and now you can start the sentence off with even his own sister. It's like, doesn't believe him. Like, that's not what she said, but that's how she made it sound. So you're sitting there thinking like his best friend, his sister. She even said to the cops, like, the whole thing was a fucking sham. And I felt all along like I was being a real trial. Like this was a real trial with real facts, like the main points, and prove their side. It wasn't at all. This was not. This had a fucking. This was like something out of like even the bailiffs were like, we've never seen anything like this up here. This is crazy. Like people were like with the news crews and people do a podcast and the reporters and like I mean the frenzy in the courthouse from this case was the talk of the courthouse. It was the Super Bowl going on there. And Georgia Cappleman wasn't gonna lose this case. This case is how you make your career. If she lost this case, she'd be known as the one who lost this case. I mean, it would have been. So she realized she can't get the big fact. So what is she to do? Bring up emails. You can't submit an email. An email says what an email says. So you're taking everything out of context and meaning and realizing these people didn't do any of this. Well, it shows where they're headed. They're crazy. They're crazy about this. Like, I guess once you paint them as crazy, then everything else gets much easier to paint. Like, if any of those things were done, it would have been crazy. None of them were done. They were just personal emails saying, be a jerk to him if he's being a jerk to you. Like,
It was crazy.
It was crazy. And I thought we might need to turn it out of there to show basically what a jerk he's being. She seemed very likable, very Tallahassee, very, like, pleasant, her attorney. But when she showed what, yeah, I was thinking to myself, okay, like, when she should have played, it should have been the name years ago. Maybe it would have, like, resonated with the jurors. Like, okay, like, he pushes people's buttons now. People are being told to go push his buttons. That's it.
That's all it was. That's all it was. Ridiculous. An email.
Just put that. But the highlighted email, and it's like, Donna's creepy email. Like, holy shit. She's telling him when to do this. Go do this. Like, nothing was ever done. Just saying, be a jerk to him. It would have been better if you just wrote, be a jerk to him and be a jerk to you. But you didn't realize that people were going to tear it apart. It also was like, while I was preparing for trial and coffee with Dan every day, like I was still nothing but.
This call is being terminated. No third-party calls are allowed.